Greetings, beautiful humans. Welcome to the Voice of Hope Connection. I am your host, V, and I'm actually sitting in my Zen room where I find so much peace. Here I am. First of all, I want to thank all you beautiful humans who have decided that you really want to come in and hear what I have to say. Thank you. If you like what you're hearing, please like, share, and subscribe to the Voice of Hope Connection at WPBmedianetworks.com. Also, if you want good conversation, interesting information, please go to our lit Patreon at www.wakeupglobalnetworks.com with D Change. You'll find real, relevant information, topics that we really want to talk about, but nobody's saying anything. Also, Voice of Hope Connection at WPBmedianetworks.com. That's where you'll hear the voice of D Change 111 giving you great information. Again, like, share, and subscribe to the Voice of Hope Connection if you love this type of information. So let's get into it. So I've been kind of looking at some oracle cards, because growing up, I was taught there was only one way to God, one way to communicate. And as I'm getting older, I'm realizing I've had God, the universe, Allah, Buddha, whomever, in a box, making me the big one and the universe the little one. And what I found out through all of that time is, how do I communicate with my family? Interesting. Because in that oracle card I pulled up, it said communication. I was like, interesting, communication. Well, I think I'm a very good communicator. I think I speak well. I say things well. But what I realized is, in families, we don't communicate well. We hold secrets. We hold animosity. We hold unresolved unforgiveness for things that sometimes we don't even know we've done. And so today I just want to talk about communication. How do you communicate with your family? How does your family communicate with you? Because during this time where we're not getting help from the government and we're not getting help from anywhere, the thing we have to do is turn inward, going inside and connecting back with our natural roots, community, family, communication. Think about community, communication. Think about those two words. The problems with our communities is our communication. We're not communicating. We're not saying the hard conversations. And we're not having real conversations. Instead, sometimes we have the conversation in our head and we make up the scenario and the way things are supposed to be. So we make all of these things up and then we're believing them. We believe our own stuff when it may not be true. But because we don't communicate well instead of asking the real questions or having the real conversations, we choose not to. And we choose to write a story in our own heads. I'm saying to you people, it is time for us to communicate with our families. It's time to put aside all of the stuff and the ish and just have a conversation with your family. Talk about those things that are hard, because if you love one another, you can work through it. I'm not saying it's comfortable. I'm not saying it's easy. But what I found out is I didn't communicate as well as I thought I did. And now that I'm having real, relevant conversations with my family, with my daughter, with my mother, even with my sister, I'm finding that the things that we believed growing up about one another weren't really true. And now I'm getting to know the real family members, not just the stuff I saw, but the reasons behind what I saw. Communication, it brings a family closer. That's your shot of hope for today. Communicate with your family. Have a great one. See ya.